having a Bollywood expose, knowing all the little anecdotes. It's not that.
When I was in Jadavpur University, that's when I, for the first time, saw this film called My Beautiful Laundry, and Hanif Qureshi was there at the screening. And for me, that also showed the power of cinema. I suddenly felt I know this person, and there is so much of what I was feeling and not knowing what it was there, because till then, it was something that's you don't even there was no internet, there was no one didn't there was not so much of discourse, no pride marches happening, so one didn't really know.
Yes, there were a lot of things I discovered about him, and there are times he talks about when I was very much there. I mean, I was in the same home, but I didn't know that he was going through this, like something like the first heartbreak. I was there, we were living together, I didn't know that he was going through this. So yeah, there were a lot of things, and I would tell him sometimes, oh, you never told me this. And
Do you see yourself as a queer filmmaker in terms of your cinema being queer cinema?
There is something called the queer gaze. I think I bring in a certain difference in the queer gaze, the way I look at the world and I look at my characters and how I look at things in life. Earlier there was box office and now there is eyeballs. And somewhere I feel there is also resistance. Now it's been 17 years since my brother Nikhil. Every Pride Month, every World AIDS Day, every Rakhi, the film is celebrated by different platforms. And I wonder progressively, for me as a person, actually it's become more and more difficult to tell my story. Pine Cone came out of that anger, and we had a team of 15 people, including drivers. And we shot the entire film over 17 days in Kochi, Mumbai, and Gangtok. When I'm in the set, that happiness is so much that I feel, you don't want to give up the hope because the joy is so much.
this was more fun than I think his films for me, because here I kind of was the boss. I mean, I used to tell him, no, let's do this. And also I remembered more than he does because I'm older than him, right? So, but it was great fun doing it together.
So, as an artist who's also leading the movement, is it complicated to? Do you have enough of a pool of talent in the queer community that actually you feel like casting?
I needed 5 queer actors, okay, ideally. It's not easy for 2 reasons. Because one is you cannot force anyone else to out their sexuality. There are so many closet people, right? And in a industry that's judgmental, you cannot, it has to be their choice. And Vidur came out to me while we were, while he was shortlisted because of his talent, and then we were talking about the intimacies. His Onir, I have the lived-in experience, and you don't have to explain to me. I understand, and I'm like, okay, are you okay about me talking about you as an out and proud queer person? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And that was such a beautiful discovery, And now, after he's been cast, and I've been talking about him, and people have been talking about him, that probably in mainstream cinema he would be one of the first out and proud as the lead actor. That lot more queer people are messaging him and me, saying that I'm out and proud, I want to be an actor, will you audition me? So I think it needs that push.
Yeah, it was cathartic, I think, for both of us, and it probably brought us together, closer together.